Hey guys! As you can see, I'm super hyper right now. The time is actually 5:30 in the morning. As you can see, the sun has risen behind me. But I really had to make this video because I've been rehearsing it for the past 5 hours-ish. 5 hours, yeah. Then obviously I had to take a break, suhoor, last suhoor this Ramadan. And yeah, now I'm finally ready to film. So recently I asked you guys a question on my story. Girls, have any of you dressed up this quarantine? Like for absolutely no reason. Like dressed up and didn't take a photo to upload on Insta or to Snapchat it to someone or to film a TikTok. But like just for you and no other reason whatsoever. Be honest. So the results were 62% of answers said yes, they had dressed up for no reason, and 38% had said no. Obviously, a bunch of boys replied. I don't know why, I wasn't asking them. But yeah, it was just a random question, to be honest. I was just thinking maybe like, oh, is dressing up and putting makeup, is this something that we do for others, or is this something that we do for ourselves? Because theoretically, if it's something we do for ourselves, then we'd still be doing it in quarantine, no? I don't know. The results didn't mean anything to me, but I don't know, it was a random question. But it led me to this video because I'm going to be talking about insecurities, self-confidence, self-esteem, and what I sort of learned during this time in quarantine, like having distanced away from everyone, having not been distracted by my friends, social media, work, and just life around me. Like life has taken a standstill for me. So I've just taken a lot of time to like really reflect, and I just realized that, you know what? I'm really happy with where I am right now. I'm really happy how things turned out. I mean, once upon a time in second year, I was like, I'm gonna get engaged in fourth year. I'm gonna get married when I graduate. But honestly, I'm very thankful that I am single. Because like, just imagine, I would have spent 6 years away from my family because of university and work. And then imagine if I got married, then I'd like move in with him and like I just would never have been able to spend time with my family. And it's just such a nice feeling actually, because like for once, obviously when I'm living alone, I have to be really mature, I have to take care of myself, I have to do all this stuff. But like I'm living at home and I have like zero responsibility. I just need to be happy. That's literally my job. My job as a daughter is to be happy and to make my mom and my dad smile, and it's just the most fun job in the world. I just keep cracking jokes, or I just like keep being a kid. The other day I was like galloping on my invisible horse. I went to my dad and he's like, oh, you're riding your pony? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tie him up here, yeah, you take care of him. And he's like, yeah, okay. We're living in this complete like fantasy world. Like imagine if I was married, if I had responsibilities, if I had kids. I don't know if it would be the same. Anyway, so I'm really grateful that I'm getting to spend this time with my family as a daughter and as nothing else, And it's not that I'm saying like, oh, I don't want someone. No, I want someone, but like I can just imagine if I had someone. I feel like maybe this time that I'm spending here, I would have just spent it being like, I miss you. I wish you were here. Oh my God, imagine if we were together. Oh my God, we would have been doing this. Oh. And like I just would have been living my life in La La Land. You know what I mean? But no, I don't have any of that type of distraction. So I actually can focus and spend my time in the now, with my family and with myself, focusing on me and learning about me. And now that I've like spent a lot of time, I already talked to you about like, the emotional intelligence and just reflecting with these videos and like sitting down with my family. Like I've actually realized that, back in the day in university when I really thought like, okay, that's it, I'm gonna get married. I just realized like I was so not ready, because if I thought back then I knew who was compatible for me and I'm only realizing now who I am, then how would I have known who was best for me if I didn't even know who I was? Do you know what I mean? And so really this video is just mostly just to talk about how important I think it is to learn about yourself and to love yourself before you try to go into a relationship. I went from someone who was like, life isn't gonna start until I get married. I just want someone to love me. I just want someone who cares for me. I just want someone who will be there for me. I just wish I had someone who would say that I'm pretty. I wish I had someone, who'd pick me up when I'm down. And I'm wishing and I'm wishing and I'm wishing, and I'm not realizing that this someone could be me, actually. And all this time that I've spent with myself, I mean, I can't keep relying on a fantasy man now, can I? I believe that everything happens at the time it's supposed to happen. If someone gets married when they're 20, that's how it was meant to be. If someone gets married when they're 40, that's how it was meant to be for their specific life, for their specific person, whatever. And so I don't know. What if I'm meant to get married way later? Am I gonna wait in misery like, oh, if I get married, only then I can do this. Oh, I'm only gonna do this when I get married. Oh, I can't wait to get married. I'm only gonna feel loved when I'm married. I'm only gonna feel cared for when I'm married. Like, why am I gonna wait till then? Why am I gonna wait till then? And no, to me, I don't think that means, okay, I'm just gonna find some pastime guy to fulfill these feelings for me. No, no. Why do I need to rely on someone else to do something that actually I'm completely capable of doing myself? And I think there's a lot of strength and there's a lot of beauty in being your own soulmate. I feel like I'm going into like 6 a.m. hysterical deep chats that don't make sense. But seriously, like I was literally thinking, you know, I think a lot about this stuff, right? And honestly, it makes me very anxious. It makes me so anxious. I'm like, but what if he's not like this? And what if he's not perfect? And what if he hurts me? And what if, and what if, and what if, and what if, and what if? Well, yes, of course there's gonna be loads of what ifs because I can't control how someone perceives me. I can't control how someone understands me. I can't control the way they talk to me, the way they respond to me, the way they react to me, the way they behave to me. I can't control these things. And so like if I need something from someone, I don't know what it is, I don't know how to communicate it, but I'm sat there like expecting like, okay, you are gonna understand me, you are gonna love me the way I want you to love me, but I have no idea how I want to be loved. Like you are gonna talk to me the way I want you to talk to me, which is supposedly universal laws, but it's not. If I haven't actually learned about it myself and I don't actually know how I am, how the heck do I expect someone else to live the rest of eternity with me and know this stuff? If I don't know it, I am me. If I don't know it, how will they know it? Honestly, I know I was talking to girls, but honestly, I really think that this applies to boys as well. You know, boys, you gotta have self-confidence. You have to have self-esteem. You have to have belief in yourself. If you think, okay, now this is girls and boys, you know, if you think that you are gonna be the foundation of a home, you know, you're gonna marry someone, you're gonna have children, you're gonna have this. Again, I'm talking about foundations. Make sure it's strong. Make sure it's solid. You know, if you're someone who has like self-esteem issues, this is the fundamental, like this is who you are. If you are shaky on who you are, on your values, on what you like and what you don't like, if you don't know this stuff, then how are you gonna build on it? And if your partner is the same, it's like you're trying to build a sandcastle with wet sand. My 6 a.m. analogies. I agree. This process is really difficult. It's really difficult to like look yourself in the mirror and be like, who are you? And it's even more stressful and like more anxiety causing to not have a serious and like solid answer. Who are you? What do you stand for? What are your values? What do you like? What do you not like? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? These are questions you need to ask yourself. You need to understand these things. Because if you don't understand them, how the heck do you expect anyone else to? You know, you've lived with yourself for what, 20 odd years. And if you didn't get it by then, like, come on. You can't expect someone who just walked into your life to be like, oh yeah, I know who you are. We're the same star sign. Like, no. No, it doesn't work that way. And so I decided that for now, I don't have someone doing this for me. So in the meantime, I'm gonna do it for me. I'm gonna learn how to do it for me. If I learn how to make me happy, if I learn how to take me out of sadness, if I learn how to feel pretty, if I learn how to love my body, if I learn how to just love myself, I can then communicate that to someone because I actually have the knowledge. I can communicate that to someone. And now this person who's like never met me, you know, doesn't know me inside and out, now that I know me, I can communicate it to you and you can get to know me. I feel like I've just changed. Like 6 months ago, I would have felt like I need someone. I want someone. I like the idea of having someone. But right now, it's not a concern to me. I'm not saying I don't want one anymore. No, but it's just not something that I'm feeling anxious about. It's not something that I'm worried about. But maybe that's because I don't feel like I'm lacking something. I don't feel like I'm missing something. And I feel like I was for a long time. I'd feel like, oh, you know, there's something missing from my life. There's something lacking. Like only a guy can fulfill it. But really, that's not the case. It's just not the case. And you know, now with like social media and stuff, I feel like we distract ourselves so much. We keep thinking about and we're so concerned about, you know, what other people are doing and what I don't have. Like we see our friend with those type of photos, right? And then you see those, wait, hold up 1 second, let me get him. He's not cooperating really well, but you know this photo? Blessed to have this one. That one. Like... You know, you see these things and you wish, you know, you just keep wishing, oh, I wish I had that, oh, I wish I had this, and you spend all your time wishing for something when you could be spending this time not needing it because you have yourself. And then, you know what? When you learn to be yourself and you learn to love that person, I think, okay, I'm gonna put faith in this, okay, it hasn't happened yet, I'm gonna put faith in it, that the right person will find you. And they're gonna be so right for you because you finally expressed the true you, because you finally learned who that person is. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with two books that I think you should read. Two books which completely changed like my perception of like this whole, you know, relationships and romance and marriage and all of this, okay? So the first book is The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. A very interesting book. It teaches you about languages of love. And so people speak different languages and they understand different languages. And it talks about, you know, there's 5 different ones: acts of service, gift giving, physical touch, words of affirmation, and the last one, I don't remember. Spending quality time. So there are 5 different languages, and people speak different languages and they understand it differently. For example, if I say "بحبك" and you don't even speak Arabic, I'm telling you I love you, but you don't understand me because you speak a different language. That was a good example. So the second book is Nonviolent Communication by Marshall B. Rosenberg. I love this book, and I hate reading in general, but I love this book. It is so interesting. It teaches you how to communicate when you're feeling overwhelmed in emotion, or when you're receiving an overwhelming level of emotion. So let's say you're in a relationship with someone and he does something you don't like. And basically, I gave a whole example, then I cut it out because it was getting really long. But read it. I would really recommend it. And especially if you deal with patients or if you deal with staff and like you get really awkward conversations, then I would highly recommend the book. Highly, highly recommend it. It's almost universal. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy editing this. I'm very excited for tomorrow's video because I'm closing the Ramadan Reflections chapter and opening officially like the YouTube channel. If you feel like the things that I'm talking about is useful and maybe requires more refinement, needs more elaboration, then let me know and I will put the time and effort to like make it a lot better than what this was. Honestly, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed if you made it through, and thank you. It's very kind, it's very supportive. I know every message I get, it makes me feel really happy and it motivates me to do more. I'm very sorry that I was very tired, but like Ramadan's over, so I just really wanted to fit this one in. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling now. I love you. Take care and good morning, I guess. Or I would have been living my life in La La Land. You know what I mean? Yes, it's on.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing? Oh my god. What is that? What were you recording?
Just some Ramadan reflection.
For Insta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Are you gonna call me afterwards?
Yes.
Am I on loudspeaker?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Say hello.
Okay.
Ladies, who's single?
Okay. Alright, bye.
Bye.
Why is it so bright? Why are you so awake at 6 a.m.? Why do you have makeup at 6 a.m.? Okay. Alright, bye bye.
Goodbye.